it's Kelly, and I am back with another layout. Today for Two Page Tuesday, a two-page layout. So this is another story of summer adventures with my boyfriend. So we went to a winery, and I have pictures both inside and outside of the winery, just to kind of help me remind me of the time. And it was very kind of burgundy cranberry colored. You can see the bottom photo on the left side is of the inside of the winery. So I really wanted to use a paper in that color, and that's what that maroon paper that I just put on the bottom of both of these pages is, and that's the Doodlebug Petite Prince Ruby Gingham linen paper. And then I knew I had wine theme paper, and I ended up using 2 pieces of photoreal paper on here, which can sometimes be hard for me because I think I tend to scrap in a more whimsical way. And then because I chose photoreal paper, I really felt like I needed something that was dangerous there, by the way. It worked okay in the end. It was okay with the bottom paper, but I had to recut the wood paper there, which is the Schmel Never Grow Up Live Outdoors paper. Anyway, I felt like I needed a transition strip between the two, and that's what that paper is. The paper on the left side, which is the bottom of a wine barrel, is Reminisce Rosé All Day collection, and it's the uncorked paper. And the corks on the right is Reminisce Rosé All Day, the rosé inspired paper. So I was kind of going back and forth with how many pictures I should use. I ended up settling on these 2, and then decided that I wanted to use that kind of speech bubble 3x4 card within this, because it's the 2 of us and I'm talking about the day, so that totally works. But I'm having a hard time getting this set. I liked that arrangement, but then I leave a weird space below the photos, and then once I pull that photo down, I get the space the way I like it. I did also, for those of you who have memorabilia, that piece on the right there on the left-hand page is a brochure from the winery. The 3x4 card that I was just talking about, by the way, is from Simple Stories. It's very old. I don't even know what collection is, but just so you know, that's where that one came from. And I've talked about this, I'm really trying to scrapbook from my stash, not because it's a financial issue, but more it's just let's get some of this stuff used because it's becoming a space issue. I moved into a smaller scrapbook space when I moved in May, and definitely downsized some, but I could do with using up more product, and I have so much beautiful product it needs to get on pages. All right, so my collage is done. So it's really 4 photos on 2 pages, but also the brochure as well. And in this particular case, the back side of the brochure wasn't all that important to me, so I just got rid of it. The one thing, I love this winery. The food, we had a little bit of lunch here, which is one of the photos I did in Scrapbook, was great, but the wine was not great. So I didn't save anything about the wine. I don't know if you caught this, but I did cut the Love This off the bottom of this card. The card was a little bit too tall for the space it was in. And I thought, oh, if I cut the Love This, I can use that on somewhere else. And I just put it right up underneath my photo there. So there's a way of making a 3x4 card work for me. Now I am using some epoxy circles here. These are from Scrap and Happy Studio. I think they are a couple years old, so I don't know if they're still available. So just so you know that. And I think she has her own shop now. I don't think she's necessarily on Etsy anymore, but when I bought them, she was on Etsy. All right, so now I'm going through, and I have some die cuts here from Amy Tangerine Late Afternoon, the die cut shapes. That was a fall collection from last year, and I ended up with 2 packages of these die cuts. One because I bought one, and then I ended up buying a collection pack, and it had more die cuts in it. And that's not a bad thing. I think they work really, really well with the colors of these papers. And I had been thinking about scrapping some fall. I think I scrapbooked one fall layout and a couple days before, and thought, oh wait, those die cuts will work really well with these. So I don't, other than the epoxy circles, it's not wine themed per se. It's just kind of some colors that feel wine themed, even though, you know, this did not take place in fall. This was in August. So I added in a flower cluster with wine in each of the cluster, or with a flower cluster, one of the epoxy circles, and then in that photo that I just, next to the love this, I added a heart, like a wood heart, to bring some more wood back in. And then I found another one here that I'm going to put at the top. And it made those clusters a little bit bigger because the two floral clusters with the bigger floral piece in it, I wanted the other two smaller ones to have a little bit more of a presence than they did. I did, by the way, also add from that die cut pack that word beautiful because it was so gorgeous. And then that has some copper on it. And then I found these two tickets with green to pull in the green from the photo. So I put one ticket on the right with love you, and then because I was with my boyfriend, and then the other one was today is wonderful, and that's on the left side. So I really like how those work. Now, spoiler, and I don't know if you see this even in the photos, I don't remember, but I added a copper heart to that ticket on the bottom left page there. I don't think I did it. I found them later. It's a sticker from the late afternoon collection because I felt like it needed at least one more thing. It didn't feel like a cluster there. It just felt like it was kind of hanging out on its own. All right. So I'm just getting things down here now. And there we go. I think I've caught myself up about what I was doing and why I was doing it. So, you know, the four main clusters have an epoxy circle and the floral cluster in it. And then I kind of went off and thought about some color with the green tickets, and then also making sure that I was getting the copper color kind of scattered a little bit in 3 spots as well too, because I thought that was a little bit important. So each page actually has 3 clusters on it if you're looking at the rule of 3, and then there's 6 total. Sometimes I use an odd number for the whole 2 page spread. Sometimes I just use it by page. Kind of depends on what my eye likes. I also like softening lines a lot. There were a lot of straight edges on that right page, and so I think the clusters really help do that. Then I grabbed these enamel dots from Santoro. They're the adhesive dots from the Kori Kumi collection, and they're in that sort of maroon wine colored. So I thought that was awesome, and I was able in the end to use all of them up, which made me very happy. All right, you guys, there's a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.